Welcome to another edition of one of Blaze Silver's taking a special edition of the Super Mario franchise. So, what if the world of D10, Blaze Silver, had the Mario games? With this in check, I will only focus on Super Mario Brothers. And more in this case, Mario, Princess Toadstool, King Bowser, or King Koopa, as he's better known in more countries and, of course, in Japan. Ma- the original will start with. Oh, yeah, the original will start with Mario. And maybe even Luigi, because original Super Mario Brothers was a turn-based two-player game. In this case, I mean, if player one beats the level or is killed, player two goes, player two goes, and vice versa. Well, original, of course, Mario was an American from Brooklyn, from Italian ancestry. Later, that is probably more retconned in most countries, I think, and it's just seen as an Italian. Original Mario started as a construction worker. First, yeah, I think first starting in, yeah, of course, first starting in the game Donkey Kong, where the original wasn't even supposed to appear, but Nintendo lost the right from for making Popeye games. So, yeah. uh, Mario later appeared in games, uh, those DLC, LCD games, Wrecking Crew, and in the arcade game Donkey Kong Jr., and a relative appeared in Donkey Kong 3, which is more a legend because most people haven't played it, including me. Then came the card game Mario Brothers. It was a two-player game where Mario was retconned in being a plumber. Of course, you can also see it as he changed job. Not that. So, how do we go for the Blaze of Silver version? There is no Italy, there is no New York, so there's no Brooklyn. But the I think the human raven countries are more based on the Latin speaking European countries. So, but yeah, he comes from Brooklyn, so he's more of an West Coast, sorry, East Coast uh, residents. Yeah, the continent where this has no West continent. There's more mountains in the Silver continent has a little more twisted meaning. This more elemental borders instead of sea borders. In this case, big island. But that's in other cases big islands. But as people can see with my examples here, I decided to make Mario a carpenter and go all out with the stories for this, because most of this will be more based on the brave little tailor and Charley and the Beanstalk, what has both have yeah, giants as antagonists. So you probably can guess what's that? Yeah, it's still running. What Bowser will be in Cloud Giant? Well, of course, the normal background has to be established before the game starts. So the Donkey Kong version is well, he doesn't he doesn't how you say it, change jobs. So he's even in his first game he's a carpenter, but instead of the big gorilla Donkey Kong kidnapping his girlfriend Pauline, he kidnapped his mother, Charley, Charley's mother. So Mario. With Donkey Kong Jr., where original Mario was guarding Donkey Kong while his son would rescue him. Uh, Charlie wasn't there in the game. It was his mother being for revenge. You know, Italian mother with very muscly. So, and of course, it is not a gorilla, but a wild boar. In this case, more orc, but more fantasy orc. So it's not an orc in this world because, sorry, in the Brazil world because there are orcs. Yep. Then with the Mario Brothers, he worked in his uh, cottage and hired a new employee. His uncle. I decided to be in his cousin or his nephew, but I decided to make it. Sorry, be right back. I'm closing the door because that's getting in. Back. Is well, in that game they were swatting flies mostly. Like in the original Brave Little Tail story, of course, that one person was alone. So in the Super Mario game, what will be called, of course, here we can see Chile and Charley's Corporation. They were employed. They were hired as employees as flight uh, swatters. The problem is that the enemies of the game are called flies, and because they fly, it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Really, he's starting to look like a dwarf now. Of course, Mario looks already like a dwarf, but um, no. Yeah, the problem is I don't really have much idea what to do with Mario because he's too iconic. It's like asking to draw Mickey Mouse and don't make it appear too much like Mickey Mouse. Of course, it doesn't really work that I use the base of Mario to do it here, but Hmm. Ah, why? Okay, that's it. I had a weird error with my tablet, but it had to be prevented. It was a little blush on my pencil. Charlie need a bit more, doesn't he? He's now more of a selling lucky charms. Of course, I wanted to make the shoes a bit older, but now he looks more like a leprechaun than a tailor. Of course, with a chilling Charlie cooperation, it's a given that instead of fireballs, there's ice powers. So maybe an ice beam. Power ups are of course in beans. Too creepy. And of course. Um, I really want to talk about the Princess speech at the moment, but I will. No, no undercurrent here. Uh, Nope, that's no work. I wanted to thing with your own code called. Uh, uh, too much detail. There's already too much detail on the character. Uh, it does better. Well, in case people are wondering how the story of the brave little tailor goes, it goes as follows. When the kingdom was plagued by giants, in most stories there are two, but sometimes it's just only one. So it was all the rage. So who could slay the? We need a hero who could slay the giant. Well, I call him Charley in this case, but that's the other character for the from the other story. But Charley was annoyed by the flies in his working cottage, and he tried to hit them. Well, of course it didn't work for a while, but when he finally finished it up, he managed to kill all seven flies in one swoop, which is very extraordinary, and was very proud of it. So he wanted to say he wanted to share with his neighbors, and he said, "I I killed seven in one, and I killed seven in one." Now everyone was very impressed, and they sent him to the king. And it was bragging and bragging until he noticed uh, that he wasn't hired to swap some flies, but to kill a giant. And the other monsters, but well, the king himself wasn't very sure if he was able to it. So sometimes it's the following goes other way, but he was tasked first to capture a boar and then a unicorn, and finally he was able to combat the giants. But well, he couldn't. With very much, how do I say this, shrewdness, he managed to convince the giants that he was very strong. First, he asked if they could squeeze water out of a rock. The giants couldn't do it. But the tailor, well, he knew that the giant's eyesight was very bad. So he used the cheese and squashed it, and the giants were impressed. So even in some versions, he even managed to tame the giants, and he married the giants. He married the princess. The end. It's a very condensed part of the story. But well, that's the jig of it. Of course, Charley the Beanstalk comes with that. They were hungry. They had one cow. Charley traded the cow for beans that were claimed magical. His mother was angry, threw the beans out of the window. They get to sleep, and when they awoke, there was a giant beanstalk in the backyard or the front yard. Charley climbed up, noticed in the clouds a giant kingdom. In most stories, he just captured a goose that was able to lay golden eggs, but when and mostly for the cartoon series, but there are properly written stories went well in the past. But most in cartoons and live action stories of that story, the goose was replaced by a golden magical harp that could sing. Yes, a lot less useful. And well, there's also the somewhat famous word of vi vovum, I smell a human scum, or something like that. What the giant said. The giant got angry that he was robbed, followed Charley, and climbed down the beanstalk and managed to. And Charley, strangely enough, managed to get downstairs sooner than the giant, and was able to break the beanstalk in two with his axe before the giant was safely on the ground. Yes, the giant was probably one of the slowest climbers in the world. And when that happened, the giant fell to his death. Well, Charley and his mother lived happily ever after. Because if Charley picked the goose, yeah, they got rich. The other one, not so much. Of course, there are part of things that there was an enchanted princess. Yeah, boring. Yeah. Let's go with Uncle. Let's say if we have Mario and Luigi. So yeah, his uncle has to have a B. Probably should have saved now. So so what should we should do with the B word? Charley and Barney. Yeah, that's the most. But uh, let's see, Charley. Well, how original I call him Grandpa Joe. It's not his uncle, but Uncle Joe, is it? Of course, for Charlie and Chocolate Factory. Not going to make a franchise out of it, so I. Of course, likely if I would try to make money out of it, I probably would have make the name something else. course, Joe is not a coward like Luigi is. He's likely, how do I say, very adventurous in his youth, and he wants to retire. So he's very greedy because he needs money for that, and hasn't seen it all. An alien invasion. It's Wednesday already. No, and I go for Bill, as in bills to pay. So when the Chaley and Charley Corporation show, Charley was myself. Well, I got Bill to pay. Don't you mean bills? No, Bill, my employee. Uh, Charley. So so probably this takes too long. Then I think I've appreciated. Appreciated. Ah, Bill and Charley. Charley and Bill. Huh, that's weird. He joined his nephew's corporation because he expected. Well, what can my nephew do? He wouldn't screw up so much. Yeah, and he became a superhero. But he's tagging along. Where is the leak? Where is the leak? Here? Still not closed. I hate it when that happened. Of course, they're not in the Mushroom Kingdom, but in the Geese Kingdom. Yes, instead of toadstools everywhere, uh, we have vowels and other birds there. Or in this case, we're just birds. Do, do, do. Oh no, that's Zelda. But that is Mario World. Why do that? Why do I do that? Do 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 do. Right, okay. Do 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 do. Wrong one. Ugh. I plan to change to another art program next week. Why? Here, of course. Nah. After this, we go for the color scheme. Not too much colors, please. Ideally, 3 colors. No, that's why. Honestly. Planning. Misclick. Mm, ah, I say we're done. They're a bit lame, but we will see. I was looking more forward to the other two, so or other three, because next time we will drawing Princess Peach and Toads. this was it. Our out.